I think for 2024, we're going to see some of the same trends that we've seen over the last 12 to 24 months. I think we generally believe that interest rates are going to continue to go up. They're not going to fall probably for the next 1 to 2 years. And that's going to continue to put pressure on the overall market, particularly as it relates to debt. I think the challenge in the European market, as is the case in the U.S. market, is that as debt becomes more expensive, certain transactions become non-feasible. And for those transactions in the marketplace, particularly those that require new financing, those become increasingly difficult to do. So as a result, I think a couple things will happen. I think that you'll continue to see the emergence and more of the capital that comes into the market coming from alternative investment sources as opposed to the banks. I think the banks will continue to struggle with liquidity unless we see a change from the Central European Bank that provides for some relief to the Spanish banks and to other national banks as it relates to the marketplace. Lastly, I think that certain sectors will be heavily impacted because they already had challenges related to the ability to raise capital. The build-to-rent market and other markets, which were newer markets in Spain, I think will continue to have difficulty from a capital perspective, and I think that will change until we either see a change in fiscal policy that allows for some softer or more advantageous credit opportunities for the marketplace and investors, or alternatively, we see investors starting to adjust their return profiles, which is unlikely given the high inflation. I think the district, and this is our second year participating, is increasingly important. And I feel that for a number of reasons. One, we're starting to see more participation from organizations, companies, lenders outside of the European sector who are increasingly important components of the market. And so we're seeing it at the district this year, more international participation. And that, I think, is very important since, given the current financial marketplace, more and more of the debt and equity, I think, that's going to support real estate in Europe is going to come from outside the United States. I also think it's a tremendous opportunity because there's a number of sectors within Spain, because the investment universe isn't as large, that their firms and or their activities that we would not be as familiar with. And so the district allows us to connect with those organizations as well as some of the non-Spanish lenders. And I think it has a tremendous value not only for the Spanish market, for the European market as a whole.